Hello, my name is Weihao Zhou. Our project is building a recommendation system for the NetEase Cloud Music. Our client company, NetEase Cloud Music, is a popular music streaming platform in China with over 800 million users. Our project focuses on its music short video feature, which is called Cloud Village. The project objective is to predict users' preference on their music videos so that our client company could increase their click-through rate and improve user activation and their retention rate. The NetEase Cloud Music provides their datasets. The data are collected from the November 1st to 30th in 2019. We choose to use 4 datasets. The first one is user demographics, which provide users characteristic information like gender, age, province. The second is monologue demographics, which contains their published time and type of each monologue. The third one is monologue states. It contains their user command, share count, and so on. The last one is impression data. It contains the information of whether users interact with the monologue card, which is called isClick. To get some ideas from our datasets, we did some data analysis and data cleaning. For analysis, we merged those 4 datasets together and sampled 50,000 observations. And we found that the data quality is good, since for important features like age, gender, we only have 37% missing values. And for those missed values, we think they may cause by self-selection. So we dig deeper in it and found the average click-through rate of users who do not fear their information, even a little bit higher than the users who have feared, which means the completeness of information do not influence the engagement level of people. Traditionally, when it comes to collaborative filtering in recommendation system, people came to matrix factorization. It utilizes a simple interaction function, the inner product. As a result, traditional model can only get multiplication of latent features and may not be sufficient to capture the complex structure of user interaction data. So we decided to use the neural collaborative filtering. The effectiveness of NCF has been validated by 2 real-world experiments, which indicates better performance than matrix factorization. Guided by this paper, our project explores the use of deep neural networks. We utilize a multi-layer perceptron to endow NCF modeling with a high level of nonlinearities to design a better dedicated interaction function. We have multiple features for our users and items. It is hard for us to choose which one is useful and which one is noise. So we use the GN and VSN to help us ignore unnecessary inputs and improve our training speed and accuracy. Because there may be multiple variables, their correlation and specific contribution to output are usually unknown. In addition to an in-depth understanding of which variables are most important to the prediction problem, variable selection eliminates any unnecessary noisy inputs that may have a negative impact on performance. Most real-world time series datasets contain features with less prediction content. So variable selection can greatly help model performance by using learning ability only on their most significant datasets. We use NCF to be our base model. However, there are limitations for the NCF model. We try to find some models with better performance than NCF. Then we find the outer product-based neural collaborative filtering model. It is created based on the NCF model, but makes many improvements. ONCF points out the limitations of matrix factorization. It uses the inner product. Matrix factorization assumes that The embedded dimensions are independent and have equal influence on the prediction, which is impractical. NCF uses the multilayer perceptron instead of inner product to solve this limitation. This paper points out that such a design rarely models the interaction between embedded dimensions. Although MLP can fit various continuous functions in theory, but in practice, the interaction between dimensions is usually difficult to learn by multilayer perceptron. This paper uses the outer product to construct the interaction between embedded dimensions. Such interaction mapping contains rich semantic information, which can help subsequent nonlinear functions to learn the high-order interaction between embedded dimensions. To solve the shortcomings of multilayer perceptron, we propose to use convolutional neural network, which is CNN, on the interaction map to extract signals. Because CNN can share weights, it uses less parameters than multilayer perceptron. Further, it can easily build a deeper model than multilayer perceptron, and is conducive to learning the high-order correlation between embedded dimensions. The figure shown above is an illustrative example of the convolutional neural collaborative filtering model. We follow the idea in NCF paper to use hit ratio and normalized discounted cumulative gain to measure the performance of our model. The hit ratio intuitively measures whether the test item is present on the top 10 list, and the normalized discounted cumulative gain accounts for the position of hit by assigning higher scores to hits at top ranks. For the NCF model, we discovered some interesting things. The performance of combined model sometimes is worse than the individual model. As shown in Table 1, for the first and fourth time, the combined model's performance is worse than the GMF or MLP. We think it may relate to our features. The original model doesn't have many features, and this may influence the performance. Normally, the combined model should always have better performance than the others. For the VSN and GN, after we tested it multiple times, we found that it hardly improves the performance of our model. As shown in Table 2, it has small improvements. However, it takes much longer to apply VSN. So I think VSN is a good way, but not necessary for our datasets. Then we try to use the ONCF model to train our datasets. It is more stable and has a higher hit ratio than the NCF, as shown in Table 3. For our final model, we chose to use the ONCF, and our hit ratio rises from the beginning around 40% to 22%. In this project, we have tried multiple solutions to improve our model and faced many failures. Once we tried to use autoencoders meet collaborative filtering to build our model, and we put much effort on that. However, we found out that it is hard to apply for our datasets, and they had worse performance than the NCF. The final hit ratio doesn't meet our goal, and we believe there are still many improvements that we can do. Instead of using the convolutional neural network, the recurrent neural network may be a good way to build our recommendation system. The LSTM and the transformer can also find the relationship between users and their items. We built the recommendation system using deep learning, but we are not satisfied with their performance. It is hard for our model to create some commercial values. In the future, we will do more research on the neural network to find better solutions.